Welcome to Astrology, and this is my continuing journey with you on the Nakshatra deity series, where we have the Vedic system of astrology known in Sanskrit as Jyotish, and where we view the 27 constellations and not the 12-star sign, the zodiac, as the key to understanding celestial influences on our planet and our person. The 27 constellations are known as the 27 nakshatras or stars, spanning 13 degrees 20 minutes each. They are further divided into 4 padas of 3 degrees 20 minutes, and this will be explained to you further. Welcome, where you get your patra readings, your tarot spread, your runes, chakras inclusive of crystals. Join me on this journey, sign up, share and subscribe. This slide explains the division of the sky in the Vedic astrology. I have gone through this slide in detail in my previous videos on the nakshatra and transit series. So should you have any further questions on it after reading and going through in detail on your own, you can drop me a line at zida55outlook.com or Zidam Astrology on my blog site. I ask that you share, sign up and subscribe. The symbol for the Hasta Nakshatra comes from the palm of the hand or a fist, or the hand itself, so that the human hand, or more specifically the palm of the hand, is where we get our entire individuality of the person analyzed. So that when you open your palm, numerology, palmistry, or your hand itself, Vedic astrology through the Hasta Nakshatra can guide you as to your individuality. It gives you a self-reliance and a control over the cosmic energy that is always ready to proceed further for you. And your hand is your ability, your innate talents, your innate skills, what you use to move ahead, what you use to individualize yourself. Such an individualistic approach to life is natural under this asterism called Hasta. And you must bear a confrontation, because if you are just about yourself and not thinking about others, you are going to be confrontational or be confronted. And but your inner strength, your inner beauty can only be developed through such a confrontation, because we don't really learn lessons through success, we learn it through failures. And the hand stands for the prowess or capacity which enables the individual to withstand a confrontation. The hand also refers to the full confidence in the soul's capabilities to move ahead, to take that step forward, to bring that self-reliance, that you are aware of your own faculties through an understanding of your real self, your inner self, and the laws of the universe. This is the most basic and most important characteristic of Hasta, which is the hand or the palm of the hand, or a hand giving blessings. And Hasta contains within it an immense regenerative power. Savitar, as its ruling deity, or Savitur as we say sometimes, is the form of the sun god that imparts creative and transforming energy. This energy enables life to grow and assume a multiplicity of shapes, and this brings about the cycle of growth, birth, decay and death. And this is the energy content, or the energy creature of your incarnate soul. And this hand, it impels you through Hasta as an individual to change under the impact of events, or to take new shapes and grow, so you can regenerate, rejuvenate, regrow yourself, rebirth into somebody new. When you take that time to learn about yourself and understand yourself through Hasta Nakshatra, you can make the changes. The impediments, the difficulties, the obstructions which are experienced occur due to the opposing forces impinging on you, so that when you follow tradition, you are just going with the flow. But if you think differently and understand yourself and understand your strength and your beauty and your talents and skills, then you're going to think outside the box. You are not going to follow the leader, as it were, or follow fashion. You will become a leader yourself. And the ruler of this asterism, the moon, and the ruler of its four paras, the quick moving planets Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Moon, are all connected with regeneration and readjustment of the soul, which aids in the individualized impact, or you concretizing yourself as an individual in the material world. So this is Hasta, the hand. Savitur is the deity associated with this moon asterism, Hasta, and Savitur is extremely skilled with his hands. This makes Hasta directly associated with everything done with the hands. And I went through a little bit of this with the symbol, which is the hand, or the palm of the hand. And Savitur is also considered to be crafty, a trickster, a gambler, a fraudster. And but he drives away antagonism, but he observes fixed laws. Savitur's name in Sanskrit is a word which means the impeller, first rays of the rising sun and the awakener. In simple terms, he's one of the Adityas, one of the sun gods. And the most popular mantra in Hinduism is the Gayatri mantra. And it is also called, Savitur is also called Vedmata, meaning the mother of all Vedas or scriptures. And Savitur is known for his vitality and his power of healing, the energy that provides you with the vital life force, or prana, so that you can move ahead, you can forge ahead in life. You can focusing your attention on Savitur, or the sun god, helps you to relinquish your fears and gives you strength in your physical body for you to take that step forward and for you to be mobile and move ahead. He's renowned for his creativity, his resourcefulness, and he has the power to obtain the object of his desires through these means. This gives those who follow Savitur a more straightforward path towards spiritual enlightenment. And Lord Savitur is also known as the solar god of inspiration. He's a harbinger of light and positivity. His blessings open the door of harmony and enlightenment in a person's life. The primary zodiac sign linked with this nakshatra is Virgo, Aries, and Taurus. And that's because this is a earth zodiac sign. Gemini and Cancer are fundamental padas or quarters linked with this star. The nakshatra falls under the Deva Gana, and the Trimurtis linked with this nakshatra is Brahma. And you can find Savitur name mentioned more than 170 times in aggregate in the Rig Veda. There's a hymn of Savitur in hymn 35 of the Rig Veda called the hymn of Savitur, so that he is represented, he is celebrated, and he is sung after in many texts in the Sanskrit texts and Vedic astrology research attributes and texts. Some of the fixed stars in the nakshatra Hasta falls within the degrees of Virgo, 10 degrees to 2320 Virgo. So that the fixed stars, these are some of them within that nakshatra or asterism ruled by the moon. And you have Virgo Zosma, where you'll get depression, unhappiness, loss in childhood, that those kinds of qualities. And the fortunate planets here are Saturn and Venus, so that with their strength in your kundali, they may dispel this, this restriction and this loss. And then we have Coxa, it's good for voyages, gaining by merchandising. So salesmen, traveling merchants, voyages over the sea to sell your goods, it helps with the strength and wisdom in this fixed star called Coxa for the Hasta Nakshatra. And then we have Mizar, with connected with mass calamities and catastrophic events, so fires, and Vaishta, one of the 7 rishis of the Ursa major constellation. So again, and here obviously you'd find that Saturn and Venus is unfortunate. And then we have another one at 2138 Virgo, and this is Denbola, and you get criticism but perseverance, control with lack of imagination, but honors, mental illness, happiness turns to despair. And Saturn and Venus are neutral here, so that you will have your natural benefic and your functional benefic or malefic in Virgo based on your Kundali. So again, it's just one of the reasons striking home to you why your specific Kundali, why your specific Patra reading is so important for you to understand the energies and the support that these fixed stars may or may not give you. Okay, then we are dealing with the Padas here of the Hasta Nakshatra, and the Pada here, the first Pada deals with excess energy, and it might be a little manipulative, or as I've written here, it makes you an expert in shady activities. And this is the Aries Navamsha ruled by Mars. And then the second Pada is the Taurus Navamsha ruled by Venus, and here the focus is on material enjoyment, practical matters, and you kind of get more honesty from persons born in this Pada. The third Pada talks about businessmen and professionals who have the intelligence and cleverness to become businessmen and professionals. If they were born in this Pada, they'll get support. And the fourth Pada is the Cancer Navamsha ruled by Moon, and the focus here is harmony in the family and material security. The best and worst qualities of the natives or the persons born in this Pada are it's manifested here, because it's all about harmony in the family, which is a soft side, and material security, where your focus is not on family but on material gains. So these are the Padas of the Hasta Nakshatra. Okay, I always put up the characteristic of the zodiac sign for the nakshatra that I'm dealing with, and Hasta we see falls in Virgo, and Hasta there is in the middle of Uttara, Phalguni and Chitra. So that it's Moon as we went through, Savitur as we went through. The tarot card here is the Hermit, where you have prudence, soul searching, too much information, corruption, and we just went through the 4 Padas where you saw the difference as why you can have prudence and corruption in the same nakshatra. The Padas makes that difference as the depth and the in the ability of Vedic astrology to give you the difference and give you the reasoning behind the difference. The chakra here is the Vishuddha chakra, because we're talking about Mercury being the owner of Virgo. It's a dual nakshatra, and the Trimurti energy here is Lord Vishnu, and Virgo is in the invisible half of the zodiac in the Artha trine, because Virgo is the natural 6th house of the zodiac, and we find the Artha trine being 2, 6 and 10. So that this is the results where you cannot easily see in the material world. It's the 6th house. It's what your enemies do. It's your routine. It's your deaths, short illnesses. But Virgo is an earth sign which is grounded, and it brings us down to earth. We are mostly conservative or realistic, but we can also be very emotional, because it's the moon, it's our mind, it's our emotion. We are connected in Virgo to our material reality, and which can turn into abundance, which can turn into success, because Hasta here is the golden handed star. So this is some of the characteristics of Virgo, which houses the nakshatra Hasta, all 4 Padas of it. Okay, I always give you the characteristic of the um, graha that is placed in the uh, zodiac sign that we're dealing with, and we are dealing with moon, because moon is the ruling planet of Hasta Nakshatra, and Hasta is housed in Virgo, and Virgo tells us about logic, about rational thinking, and Mercury tells us about reasoning, observing with reasoning to come to a conclusion. And the house where the moon is placed in a birth chart shows where we have failed to show enough emotion in past lives, and where in this life our emotions have full sway. So if your moon is in Hasta and it's in Virgo, this is the kind of emotional or lack of emotion that you may be sharing. And when in this zodiac sign, the moon is under the rulership of Mercury, and Mercury is the planet of the rational mind, logic, thinking. You know, the placement of this characterizes the people or the persons born under the moon or the Hasta sign as people who don't overshare, who don't have plenty emotions. You may feel they're cold, and they might you might look at them and having no feelings, but that's not true. They're just sensitive. They like to analyze and research and plan and strategize before they execute. But they pass through life giving everybody around them a filter. So they filter information through rational thought, thinking, and logic. They filter information that affects their emotions and them being empathetic or sympathetic. But once you get into the heart of somebody who is born in Virgo, with the moon in Virgo, you have a friend or a partner for life. And they hide their emotions. They don't really express themselves, but they only show emotions or deep thinking to those close to them, partners, family members, close friends. Don't let the surface of them fool you. Don't think that they're cold and they don't care, or they don't have sympathy. They are just a very sensitive soul. So make sure you treat people with moon in Virgo well, and tell them how you appreciate them. And the moon shows how you react. If you were born in Virgo, with the moon in Virgo, it shows that your reaction to all experience, your instinctive reaction, because it comes from your past life. It shows the energy you spontaneously adjust yourself to the flow of life, as to how you live, so that your past life emotions comes with you, with the moon where it's placed in your natal chart. So again, it's just another indication for you that your personal chart is predictive to you, and you need to know what your birth chart says, where your planets are placed, how your grahas are aspected, so that the energies could show us in Vedic astrology how strong these planets are for you. So this is just some of the characteristics of moon in Virgo. Right, this is Hasta, the golden-handed star we are dealing with, and we've just gone through the characteristics of the moon in Virgo. We have indicated the deity, Savitur. We have gone through the symbol, the hand or the fist or the open palm, and this is the characteristics that are associated with Hasta Nakshatra specifically. And these are the things that we look at as astrologers when we have your date of birth, your time of birth, your place of birth, to create your kundali or patra, to get those readings and analysis. And we've gone through the moon. We have gone through Savitur, the first. I've mentioned Lord Brahma, the Trumurti. Moksha is the liberation. We have gone through the nakshatra, and these are some of the other things we look at. The color. We've talked about the chakra. I have mentioned the Hermit as one of the tarot cards. The next tarot card is the King of Pentacles. The animal is the female buffalo, and all of these characteristics mean something for Hasta and Virgo. So these are just there, and you would recognize that my videos are really of a teaching format and background. It's for you to learn, for you to come back and look at things and understand them and ask questions. It's not just me talking or you seeing my ugly face, or probably pretty to some, that you seeing it on a video. No, I want to teach. I want people to learn. If I make mistakes, I want you to correct me and give a dialogue, help me grow with you on this channel. So these are the characteristics of the golden handed star Hasta, which we use. So here we are going to look at now who is the avatar that is associated with the moon, and that avatar is Lord Krishna. And recall that the Vishnu avatar, the 9 avatars that have come on earth so far for Lord Vishnu, they are all associated with the grahas and the zodiac signs, each zodiac sign. So that Krishna is a major deity in Hinduism. He is worshipped as the 8th avatar of Lord Vishnu and also as a supreme god in his own right. He is the god of protection, compassion, tenderness and love, and is one of the most popular and widely revered among Indian divinities. We celebrate his birthday as Krishna Janmashtami, which falls in late August or early September. And you'll find a lot of narratives of his life, generally titled as Krishna Leela. He is the central character in the Mahabharata, the Bhagavad Purana, the Brahma Purana, and the Bhagavad Gita, and is mentioned in many texts. He is also portrayed in various perspectives: a godchild, a prankster, a model lover, a divine hero, and as the universal supreme being. His iconography reflects these legends and shows him in different stages of his life, so that we can always find some kind of picture, some kind of vision of Lord Krishna. And he is depicted as an infant eating butter, a young boy playing a flute, a young boy with Radha or surrounded by women devotees, or even a friendly charioteer giving counsel to Arjuna on the battlefield. Kritika and Rohini are considered the birth star of the moon, which is associated with Lord Krishna. So we have that, the moon here is very comfortable. Lord Krishna is also called the divine statesman and also depicted as a cowherd, sometimes a charioteer or statesman who shrewdly changed rules. So that this avatar is very shrewd, is very loved, and is very well spoken to or about. So this is all about the Lord Krishna and the moon. Thank you once again for viewing this video with me. I hope something new and exciting has entered your thoughts and dreams. I have to thank Bhagwan once again for allowing me to complete this journey with you, and I ask that you stay safe and healthy until the next time that I see you. Bye.